Hello, Wi-Fi Wealth. My name is Hayley Zeidman. I'm a Thrive promoter. Been promoting Thrive for about 3.5 years. And my guest tonight is Allison Marschean. She's been thriving for about and promoting for about a year and a half. And we want to welcome you here. Stay tuned. I'm going to drop a keyword just to make sure you're watching till the end, and we're going to have a big giveaway. So definitely stay tuned with that. So a little bit about Allison and myself is that not only do we promote Thrive together, but we both went to West Point together back in the late 90s. And
The 1900s.
yeah, there we go. And we are both Army officers. So I am a retired Army captain. Allison is a lieutenant colonel with the U.S. Army Reserves. So how amazing is that? Among so many other things that she does in life. Allison, can you tell us, well, for me, I am a wellness coach as well, a mom of 3 little kids, and I'm a biohacker. So I give classes and coaching on that as well. Allison, tell us more about what you do, and then we'll get into why we wanted to share here.
Yes. So I am a mom of 3 children, a set of twins who are 11 years old, and then the younger daughter is 5. And I think really, gosh, when people ask me, what is it that you do? I have a hard time encapsulating it, but essentially I do a little bit of everything. I'm here and there. I've co-authored a couple of women's wellness books, wellness and fitness books over the past several years. Working on a children's book in the moment, a bilingual children's book, French and English. I have a small vending business where I raise funds using flat vending, being stickers and temporary tattoo machines for nonprofit organizations. So fundraising in that way. I love sharing about my personal wellness and health journey that I've had, because I've experienced some bumps in my road when it comes to health and wellness and autoimmune challenges. So all of this just kind of comes together when we talk about sharing Thrive and why I've been enjoying Thrive so much.
Absolutely. Allison, you're just incredible. So we wanted to come on tonight and just share a little bit more about our own Thrive journeys from the business perspective. We both had tremendous results, but from a business perspective, Allison was the guest I wanted to have when I was asked to do this presentation, is because she, when I first shared with her a year and a half ago, she was loving the product. And I asked her, I said, Allison, do you want to consider this as a business? I knew she had a background in other network marketing companies. I knew that she was a coach, and I also am a wellness coach. And so I thought that she might really be impressed by the comp plan. And so I shared it with her. And the most hilarious thing about this is that she didn't believe me when I told her about the comp plan. It took several calls for her to understand. And it actually took me a while to understand that she didn't understand. But it's based on her experience with past companies that made her so impressed with the comp plan. So share a little bit more about how that felt.
Yes. So I won't profess to be a comp plan guru here at all. When I need to know things, I look them up and I make sure I understand in that moment. But as far as committing this to memory, I have not done that at this point. But Hayley's right. I didn't believe her, and not because she is like an untrustworthy individual. I just could not believe what she was telling me was possible. You mean, would you like me to describe the portions?
No, go ahead. Tell us what, because we've both been in other companies. So we've both been in situations where you're struggling, you're still on the struggle bus, you're barely getting paid. I mean, there was one instance in one company where I sold $3,000 worth of stuff and I got $30. Like, it was just ridiculous. So not to say, anyway, continue. So what about it really struck you as
like, there's no way, Hayley, that I don't have to buy something every month or a certain amount of something every month to be, I guess, active or to keep going or to earn? Like, I don't have to do that? Are you kidding me? There's no way that's even possible, because I've never seen that before. Ever. So I don't know how long it took you to figure out that I just did not believe you. Like, I didn't understand that this was possible. So that's the first thing.
We went back so much. So what she's talking about is that in many companies, you have to buy a certain amount of product in order to get paid, in order to be considered an active dealer. With this company, it's $100 of volume, and you don't have to purchase that. You can become active off your customers, whether your customers pay in cash, whether they pay with credits. You're just active with $100 volume, and then you're eligible to get paid off your downline. Regardless, if you have $100 volume, you're still getting paid off your retail sales, off any of your customer sales. But you can get paid off your downline with that $100, and it doesn't even have to come from your purchases. I don't even have to use Thrive to make money promoting Thrive, but I do. I love all the Thrive, but just to be clear.
Yeah. So no, thank you for specifying and clarifying that for folks. The other piece is, now this wasn't as significant to me because I'd never encountered a situation where I had to have inventory. But for people who are in positions where you have to have inventory on hand, you don't have to here, unless you want it. Maybe you have a local event you're going to do, or you have, you want to have samples on hand to share with people locally. Then you can have it, but that's a choice. It's not a mandatory, it's not required to have, right?
And you just made me think of, like, you don't even have to purchase the kit. So that's the crazy thing.
Right.
You
There's
don't
no
have to
startup
purchase
fee.
anything to start your own business. Zero.
There's no startup fee at all. Like I said,
Zero.
Hayley cannot be telling me the truth. Like, it wasn't that I didn't think you were telling me the truth. It was just that it was unbelievable. Like, the information coming out of your mouth was like, there's nowhere in the realm of anything I've experienced that this is even possible. So you don't have to, there's no startup fee. There's no $24. There's no $100, nothing. Unless you want to have something on hand. Okay.
And that's why a lot of people do purchase, frankly, the promoter packs, because then they do have enough to sample. And that's why I did. And I was just like, I'm starting my business. I'm going all in. I'm going to purchase that promoter pack. But, right after I had that aha moment that I had, where the brain fog lifted, I was smiling for no reason after struggling with brain fog and low mood for so long. And I was already down 7 pounds in 8 days. That's when that was my moment where I said, okay, it's on and we're going for this, and I'm ordering that pack. And so that is why some people will order the promoter pack, but you don't have to. You can press that promoter button, 0 purchases, and move on down the road and start selling Thrive.
Yep.
It works a lot better if you're on Thrive. But so another one of the aspects that you mentioned, or that we haven't mentioned yet, is the compensation. And this is available to customers and promoters alike.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not technically taxable compensation, but it's compensation regardless, because every single person that thrives, that has a Thrive account, can earn the average of their highest 2 referral purchases as a credit in their account. What this means is up to $400, you can earn those free credits in your account every single month. And that's what we call thriving for free. So think about that value, where before you ever get paid, you can earn all this free stuff up to $400. And then on top of that, you get your commission. And on top of that, you get paid off your downline. And on top of that, I mean, it is amazing. We earn trips. I get an auto bonus every single month, and it's so doable. The level is 12,000. Whereas in the last company I was in, the auto bonus level was 30,000. I was working my butt off. I was trying so hard, pouring myself into that business, and I was still $25,000 a month in volume away from that from that car. And that's, for a lot of people, that's the status, that's the like, I've arrived in network marketing. Here it's at 12,000. And it is attainable. I actually, when I signed up, my upline had earned it in 3 weeks. Her upline had earned it in 3 weeks, and I was able to earn it in 3 weeks. So, wow. And so it really is one of those things. And I was so doubtful. I was so skeptical from the business perspective. But, the other thing is that you're never alone in this. And we linked arms, and we started running and sharing our stories. And that's really what it is. We're professional storytellers. So Allison, how do you feel about when I say that you're never alone? Do you feel the support? Do you feel the love?
No, I definitely I do feel the support. Hayley, you're my direct upline, and you've been a phenomenal mentor. You have been patient with me. I know, even when I didn't believe you at the beginning. And I know that what you're telling me is on the right track and you're steering me in the right direction. See, I want everybody to know I'm the kind of person that if numbers are involved in anything, I need to have it written down and I need to see it in front of me. Like as we're talking about it, I need to be able to view this stuff. And Hayley knows the stuff like the back of her hand. And we'll be on the phone and she's like, okay, look, this is how you do it. And you want to be, da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, you got to slow down. I need to get my pen and paper. But she explains it to me and it may take me a little bit, but I eventually understand what it was that I was confused about. So phenomenal from your standpoint, Hayley, as a mentor and guiding me through this and how best to help people, including the coaching, the wellness piece. I mean, you're like the ingredients guru, right? And then
I
the
do
folks,
support the whole team though.
yes,
I support everybody.
She supports the whole team. And then even those folks, leadership above her, have been very supportive when it comes to business and helping to promote people. I mean, resources, anything you can think of. The company offers that. The leadership on this particular team offers that. It's just phenomenal.
We are so blessed that we have our main leaders in this group, Blair Critch and Beth Holden Graves, and then just even other people in the larger group that are 200K level. And they literally pour into us. They have been doing this business almost 8 years and they aren't going anywhere. And that stability and that support. I mean, I've been in other groups where it's just, there's movement and the support isn't there. And you feel so alone doing your business. I mean, for years, in my first business, I was trying so hard. And, what had happened was a millionaire came in. She gave the presentation for her friend, who was also my friend. And then she's gone and she's like, here's 3 websites. Okay, there you go. And I needed more support than that. So I got to say that we have a fabulous community. And that was one of the biggest things for me. Not only was I able to be successful, but here's a group of people that will link arms with you, start running with you if that's what you desire. If you don't want that, guess what? That's okay too. We love you too. You can build a team. Like my team has over 125 promoters, and a lot of them are small promoters. And, they're just doing a couple hundred here. I love that. There's other teams that are built off a couple of really strong promoters, and all of that makes a very successful business. Some people will build this business with largely just customers, and that also is another way to do it. So that is perfectly fine. And you can make plenty of money doing that, and you can maintain your auto bonus and all that. With the auto bonus, you need 4 active promoters. And what does it take to be active? $100 each. So it's not like you have to be calling up your friend, hey, Susie, you're going to make a purchase this month. You're going to hit that 500. None of that is going on. You do not have to bug your downline. They're going to order because they love it, or they're going to have their customers ordering and they're going to want to be thriving for free. But I don't have to bother anybody to maintain my auto bonus and to have a very thriving business right there. So I love that as well, because I know my success is on me. And I'm also there to support my team, but my success is because of the seeds I'm planting. And so I just love that as well.
And, I have to say, for folks listening and watching, that I don't feel any pressure from anybody. There's no, on this team, nobody's bothering me or hassling me about what I did or didn't do this month. The only thing I feel from this team is support and encouragement. That's it.
Absolutely.
And lots of resources. And I do want to your point, Hayley, I'd like to mention something about the not having to be a business builder to earn. I have a customer who said, I don't want anything to do with any kind of business. None. No business. Manage my account for me. Help me, walk me through, show me when I put my orders in. Help me with that. But I don't want any business. No business. And I think it was past experiences. I said, okay, this customer, sometimes she's got $300 some sitting there because she told people about Thrive. And all she's paying is shipping because her state doesn't charge tax. I'm like, man, there's more in there than for me. I've got
and then the great thing is that if Allison's managing, Allison's getting paid off all those referrals. Yeah. And so she's the person she's talking about is a customer. she's very well compensated and she's motivated to share because she can get up to $400 in compensation by sharing. It's the average of your 2 highest purchases. And then Allison, because she's not running it, she has a customer account, and Allison is the one making the money off those customers. And so it's highly beneficial. It incentivizes your customers so much. I've been in other companies where it's like, oh, well, you can get $20 if you get a referral. That's not enough to motivate people. I'm telling you right now, that is not. $20 once is not going to motivate anybody to start talking about your products. $400, the potential of getting $160. Most people get around $160 of credits if they're sharing. And then, but it's up to $400. That is highly motivating to people. So I have so many people who are thriving for free and they love it. And your spouse can be your referral. Holy smokes. So you already got one down.
Yeah.
Or a spouse or an adult living in your household. So anyway, go ahead, Allison. You got any more thoughts?
I was just going to say, when they say you thrive for free, that was my hang up. I didn't believe that. There's no way you can thrive for free, because I've been told that before. Oh, you get, 3 more people and then you get yours for free. And do you know how hard that is? Like, in some situations. So
oh my
in
God,
this one, it actually is real.
That's a great point. I've been in so many situations where you have to get 3 referrals, and that is too hard for most people. 2 referrals is the right amount of people. So if you're trying to tell somebody, go get 3 referrals, they're going to be like, nah, I can't do that. But 2 people, they can do that. And they do. And we see it all the time. Yep. So I really love that too, that it's not 3. There's so many, that third person is just an obstacle for so many. So it's like, I almost feel like some of these comp plans are set up so that people cannot be successful. So you're toiling, and you got to check all these blocks to make it sing. And in this, it's just ease. It's just ease and flow. And you can get paid in so many different ways. You can get compensated if you don't want to be a promoter. Your customers are getting compensated. Everybody's incentivized. We have these amazing bonuses going on right now, super generous bonuses. So ask whoever referred you about that. And they just make it so worth your time. So worth your time to do this. The compensation is that good. This is phenomenal. I mean, not only are we blessed to have the best product, the very best product, the most effective. So let's back up just one real quick. So when the founders made this company, they set out, they had been working for other nutraceutical grade companies. So nutraceutical is the top grade of supplements that they make. And so they've been working for other companies, not in network marketing. And they noticed that all of the ingredients were just super diluted, and it, is beyond, it wasn't even effective, barely potent at all. And so they said, what if we just made the best supplement we could, regardless of price? And so they did. That's what they set out. They got an expert naturopath who was working with most of Hollywood. They got him exclusive to Thrive. They got from their sourcing perspective, they got the most potent raw materials available out on the market, like the top 2% of raw materials. So that's considered nutraceutical grade, but they got the most potent stuff they could get. And then they made this proprietary delivery system with the patch technology. Let me see, got my patch on. Yep. There we go. With the dermafusion technology, where you're getting vitamins straight into your body, time released all day long. That, with the shake and the capsules. It's all designed, for maximum absorption. And this company prides themselves in being first, in best in class for nutraceutical technology. So they want to be first to market. They want to have the best technology. And it's super exciting. In about 2 months' time, they are going to announce our King product. It's not going to be called King, but it's going to be an innovative, groundbreaking technology for weight loss. And so I'm super excited. What an opportunity. They said they could have founded a whole new company on this technology, but they're giving it to us to build our business with. And so how incredible is that? So I am pumped about that. I mean, that alone, because they give us the best product, and then they're going to give us an even better product, and so they call it a market disruptor for the weight loss market. And so that's huge. I mean, who doesn't know somebody who wants to lose weight? And I know probably about 80% of my clients want to lose some kind of weight, if not more. Right, Allison? What have you
Yeah.
seen?
Yeah. I think the majority of the people that I've engaged with regarding Thrive, they're looking for weight loss. And sometimes you got to manage expectations because they think it's like microwave world, like, oh, I just press a button or I plop this in my mouth and tomorrow I wake up and it's gone. No, it takes a little time and you need to have it in your system so it can work and have that time. So, but yeah, most of them are weight loss.
Well, just to clarify on that, Thrive is a wellness product. So Thrive is
Yes.
not specifically designed to be a wellness product. Now,
Or
when you
weight
start
loss.
making
Yeah.
weight loss. So when you start making the body more healthy, a byproduct of that is often weight loss, right? And also, the patch does great with satiety, making you feel full. You're fixing your microbiome. You're controlling your systemic inflammation. So once you get all those things aligned, then many people do lose weight. But it's not specifically a weight loss product.
No.
Now, the King, this new launch, is specifically an innovative technology breakthrough for weight loss. So I'm super excited about that as well. So anyway, I think we've covered it all, but seriously, whoever invited you, go back to them. This company is amazing. This company, it is my forever home, and I don't want to put any pressure on Allison because that's not how we do it around here. But I feel like, once I got here, it was so much easier to succeed for me. It was so much easier because I was just speaking truth about the thing that changed my life. And I wasn't trying to sell anybody. I wasn't trying to educate. Everybody understands that you need to take vitamins, right? And so it's not like I'm explaining some obscure nutritional concept like I've done in other companies. It's not like I'm introducing them to anything they don't know. They understand. They understand things are absorbed well. They think the patch is cool, and then and then I tell them my story, and my story is phenomenal. And and I explain how this has changed my life, how I was so worried about myself. I'd had a baby at 40. I was, she was waking me up 5 times at night. So I was 41 years old. We'd had a death in my family. So I was grieving that loss. And I really, over the course of a few months, started feeling profoundly unwell, brain fog, crippling brain fog, packing on the pounds, just really, really low mood. And I was struggling. And, meanwhile, my friend is over here and she used to have low mood, but all of a sudden she's just bouncing off the walls and she's so peppy and her skin is glowing and she's losing the weight. And I'm like, what's going on over there? So I was curious. And then I'll admit the business got me. So I saw her earn her auto bonus in 3 weeks. And then I saw another gal that I knew earn her auto bonus. And then another gal. And I was like, what is going on over here? I've been trying for this other auto bonus for a year and I'm not anywhere close to the auto bonus. I'm going backwards towards the auto bonus. And so I said, you know what? Just send me the ingredients. And I was not convinced because I'm skeptic. And then I looked at the ingredients and that's the moment I got excited. And so I was like, oh no, I'm trying this product. I'm super excited because as a wellness coach, I could see everything that the products were going to do for me. So I tried it. On the first day, I had more energy. On the 8th day, that's my aha moment. I felt like the brain fog lifted. I was smiling for no reason, and I was down 7 pounds in 8 days. So that's my story. I've been telling that story every single day since then, and I'm very well compensated for it. So, Allison, tell me more, or tell us your story.
Yeah, so mine, everybody has a story. I won't downplay my own. Mine wasn't as significant a story as like, oh my gosh, I got relief from all this, these internal struggles or whatever. Really, it was, I saw a video from someone talking about her mental clarity coming to her and all these struggles that she was having internally were kind of just dissolving as a result of taking these 3 steps Hayley described. And I think in watching that video, she's someone I don't know, but she went to the academy with us, I believe. Hayley reached out to me and said, hey, let me send you some samples. So she sent samples. And I didn't have any reason to doubt because of my own experience with holistic medicine helping to heal my body from the inside out over the years. I didn't doubt anything Hayley was telling me. My one hang up, and now this is no excuse anymore because the company offers a plant-based option. My one hang up was that whey protein that was in there. And Hayley said, "Look, it's very minuscule. It's really small." And I said, "But you don't understand. Like, I'm trying to get back to this plant-based, not like junk food plant-based. I mean, like legit whole foods plant-based eating that I used to do. And I don't think that this is going to help me because everything I've learned from my body, I can't have that in it." She told me, "Hey, inflammation reduction, all this stuff. Yes, that's what it does." And I said, "Okay, I'll just give it a shot." And I did. And I took the samples, and it was in that first week. I don't even remember what the day was. I have to go back and look at the picture I took of myself or whatever. But I remember like the mental clarity was the first thing I noticed. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so motivated to do all these things." And let me tell you, there's energy there too that comes with that, but it's not a jittery, dirty energy. It's like a clean energy that keeps you going and makes you feel good. You're not shaking like nervous or, whatever those crazy heart-stopping monster drinks might do. Yeah. It's not like that at all. It's super clean. So the energy was up. Oh, the other thing was that I noticed is that I had gotten to this habit of eating late at night, like looking for something salty, looking for something maybe a little sweet, savory at night. And this was like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Well, the satiety, as Hayley pointed that out earlier, makes you feel full longer. That helped earlier during the day, but at night, I noticed that those cravings were gone. And, most of us know Steve Irwin, crocodile hunter, right? I like to refer to myself as a cabinet hunter. I was cabinet hunting like crazy, and it was a habit. And then I noticed over time, the habit just faded away. And now I'm not saying it's perfect all the time, but I noticed.
And so did your figure.
Yeah, right? Like there was a top I could fit back into, like all these different things.
Doesn't she look fabulous?
So,
she is a much more fit version of herself, and that's what we love to see.
Yeah. So it's nice. It's really nice.
And all that, and we get to change hundreds and hundreds of lives together. And so that's the amazing thing as well. So the community. So if you're still watching, community, comp plan is off the hook. We love the comp plan. Life-changing products, and then we get to help people by sharing our story, and that's what we do, and that's how we do it. And it's that simple. You see somebody who's struggling, you share your story, or you share somebody else's story that's just like them, and you throw them that lifeline that has helped you. You don't keep the thing that changed your life to yourself. You throw them the line, and that's pretty much our job. So
if I could add one more thing, Hayley, I want to, and you alluded to this briefly, but I want to let folks know that what I really like about this company too is that you don't have to be a superstar or at some top level to earn these things. I know Hayley talked about the auto bonus, but I'm just saying like trips. I haven't earned one yet. I desire to earn one. I've been invited as a guest because of my efforts, I believe, but I have not earned one yet. But I have the same opportunity to earn a trip, the same trip somebody who is like a 200K earner can earn. We all have the same starting point when it comes to these opportunities, and we all move up. Maybe they make it, maybe they don't, but I have the same chance to do it. It's not like when you're looking at this other companies and then you're like, how do you desire to be there, but it's almost, I don't want to say impossible, but when you look back, it's like, how do you really even get there? It's only these same people all the time.
That is a huge point, because just it's demoralizing when you're sitting there and you're working so hard, and sure, there's this in crowd that's at this astronomical level that's getting to go, but these trips truly are attainable. Like with 4,000 volume in this last trip, if you had $4,000 in volume, if you were 4K, so that's our first rank of the company, for a month, and I think you had to get that for 2 months. And then there was a new volume requirement of 2,000. So that means that like baseline promoters could have earned that trip that we just had. And so I've never seen them lower the volume. Normally it is at 12K, but like, it's at 4K this time because they want to make it more accessible and get more fresh faces. And the people who are adding new volume and adding to the business, that's everybody that they want. So what does that mean to somebody who's watching this? You start your business, you hit 4K, and you've already got all that new volume taken care of. All you got to do is hit it one more month, and then you could have earned that trip. I think the qualification's closing, but that's just one example of how there's going to be a bunch of 4Ks on this trip, because they had really, really great timing as far as that. And normally it is at the 12K level, but just to get you, with the referrals, with just the way that this can scale, my business, when I hit that promoter button, my business, I hit 4K in 1 week's time. And I was able to, and I hit the promoter button on March 7th. By the end of March, I was at 12K in 3 weeks time. And I didn't start building until about a week in there. So it can scale surprisingly quickly. And the best business I had ever done before, like my very top month, I think I had sold $7,000 of something, but that had been a long time since I've done that. And so I was able to surpass my highest performance in another company, my very best month. And then I was able to maintain it. And it's not like it's ever left. In fact, I was able to keep building to the 40K level for the very next month. So it is one of those things that once people learn about thriving for free and they're incentivized to start sharing your product, then it can build and build and build and build. And it can build very quickly. And I've seen it time and time again. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. We went way longer than we wanted to, but that's okay. If you're still watching, what should our word be? West Point, right? West Point. If you're still watching, in the comments, and I'll send you something, if you win my drawing. So I'm not sending everybody that puts it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're thinking about it, there's no downside. Might as well, so it's a zero risk proposition. So literally zero risk, zero investment. Just start telling your story. See what happens. Right, Allison?
Yep.
What do you think?
Yep. Yeah.
I know. It's amazing.
Sounds good.
So, all right. Take care and be well.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.